Howdy. I'm going to go over proportions notes today. All you have to do is copy down what I'm writing in the video onto your notes. You're going to put the notes in your folder. There's also going to be a worksheet that goes along after this. Then I'm going to do a couple of problems to help you with it. I'm going to have a disclaimer here. When I write on the iPad, it makes a really loud noise, even though I'm barely touching the screen. So even though it sounds like I'm like beating up my iPad, it is just me writing on it. This iPad's just so sensitive, okay? Apologies for that. So let's take a look. We're going to go over proportions now. And in case you didn't know from last year, proportion is an equation saying that two ratios are equivalent or equal to each other. These ratios are equivalent, so they are proportional. So if you take a look at these, 1/3 equals 3/9. How do I know? Because times 3 times 3. We're actually going to go over another way that's even easier than that to figure out if two ratios are proportional, okay? It's basically two fractions that are equal to each other. So you may already know this, but I'm going to go over it anyway. A couple different ways here. First is the easiest way. It's using cross products. This is the butterfly method, you may recall. Okay, all you do is you do cross products, meaning you multiply 8 times 15, 6 times 20. Basically, you're multiplying diagonally, and those products are, if they're equal, that's proportional. So, in the example here, boop, you've got 8 times 15, that equals 120. 20 times 6 also equals 120. Boom, they're the same, so they are proportional. Second way to do it. Also not hard because you get to use a calculator. It just involves you turning both fractions into decimals, and if the decimal is the same, then it's proportional. To turn a fraction to a decimal, you just do top divided by bottom, so 8 divided by 20, and then you do 6 divided by 15. I did my math over here. Notice that they both are 4/10 or 0.4, which means they are proportional, okay? Lastly, you can look at proportions from tables, and we're also going to do word problems because there are some word problems on your assignment, okay? Now these two ways are what we're going to be using. I'm really going to be focusing on cross products because it's the easiest way, but we're going to be figuring out if things are proportional from tables and word problems. I'm going to show you how to set that up, okay? Really, all you have to do is write them as fractions. So I'm going to take this and I'll write them as fractions. So I'm going to do like 2/5, 3 over 7.5, 5 over 12.5, and 6 over 15. If you're doing it from a table, all of them have to be equal, okay? I'm actually going to do the decimal one first, because why the heck not, okay? So if I did 2 divided by 5, okay, I'm just dividing each one, top divided by bottom. That is 0.4 or 4/10. Okay, if I do 3 divided by 7.5, that's also 0.4. If I do 5 divided by 12.5, that's also 0.4. If I do 6 divided by 15, that's also 0.4. All of these are equal, so it means they are proportional, okay? That's what we did there. If they're all equal, all of them have to be equal, though. If one of them is not equal to the other ones, it's not proportional, okay? Now I'm going to show you an example of doing it from a word problem. Okay, you write each ratio as a fraction, find if the ratios are equal. I'm going to this time use cross products because it's easier. I'm going to fix my pen too, because I don't like how it was writing. Okay, all you need to do on this is make sure that you are putting the same things in the same spot. Here's what I mean by that. If it's talking about sit-ups and minutes, I take my 2 units and I write them. I'm going to do sit-ups and minutes using SU as sit-ups. Okay. That means my sit-ups are going to go on top and my minutes are going to go on bottom. So I can do 180 sit-ups in 4 minutes. Probably not. Probably get exhausted after a certain amount of time and give up. your friend can do 260 sit-ups in 6 minutes. We're going to figure out if we have the same rate of sit-ups, doing sit-ups in so much time. We're going to do that by doing cross products. Cross products are diagonal. So that is going to be 180 times 6 and 4 times 260. Do my calculations. Beep bop boop bop. Okay, 180 times 6 is 1,080, and 4 times 260 is 1,040. They are not equal to each other. Okay, if you want to use the symbol, these are not equal. That's like you have a cross through an equal sign. They're not equal, so not proportional. Not prop. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Boom. Okay, your homework has a lot of problems like this one. Okay, where it just gives you 2 fractions. All you need to do is multiply diagonally. So you do 48 times 3. Hello, there we go. And 9 times 3. I don't have my parts. 9 times 16. My bad. Okay, do my calculation. And you're allowed to use a calculator on these. So 48 times 3, type that in, you get 144. Okay, and 9 times 16, you also get 144. So those 2 are equal, so yes, they are proportional. Props. Sorry, that's cursive. I don't know how much of you can't read cursive. That's an S. Maybe I shouldn't use cursive. Okay, number 2. Just moving on down. You can pause at any time if you need to slow it down. That's the nice thing about the video. Okay, this one, same thing. Just going to multiply diagonally. So 2.5, yes, you can do decimals. It's super easy. You just enter it into the calculator that way. And 4 times 7. I don't know what 2.5 times 11.2 is. I'm going to type it in and I get 28. Hey, I do know that 4 times 7 is 28. Those are equal, so, hey, what are you doing? Yes, they are proportional. Okay. Moving on. Number 3. Boop, boop. More decimals. So multiply 3.2 times 24. It doesn't matter which one you do first, by the way. You can do 4 times 16 first. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you are multiplying diagonally. So 3.2 times 24 is 76.8. My stinking cat is getting all up in my business. This is 64. They are not equal, okay? Not equal, so no, not proportional. If you hear a little bell, it's not Santa, it's my cat. Okay? He's a maniac. Number 4. Oop, we got tables again. You can, if you want, do decimals. I don't care. Or you can just do the multiplying. Why are you crinkling all my papers, man? So 2 times 6 and 3 times 4. Those are both 12. So we're good. These are equal. You have to do every single pair here like this. Now, not every single possible pair that it is, but basically if the first one is equal to the second one, is equal to the third one, is equal to the fourth one, then they're all equal, right? That's just how it works out. So you can do them just side by side like I'm doing. 4 times 9 and 6 times 6. Those are both 36, according to my inside brain math multiplication tables. Okay, so those are equal. Notice that these are 12 and these are 36. That's okay. That doesn't matter. What matters is that the ratios are equal. 2/3 is equal to 4/6, and 4/6 is equal to 6/9. Now we're going to do 6/9 and 8/16. So that's 6 times 16 and 8 times 9. Okay. 6 times 16 is too late for me to do any kind of calculations in my brain. That's 96. And 8 times 9, I do know that one, 172. Okay, those are not equal. So that's a big no. Okay, even though all of these were equal, if one of them is not, nope, then the whole thing is not proportional. Okay, all it takes is one stinker to not be equal to the others, and then it's not proportional. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, number 5. Again, pause if you need it to slow it down. Pause it and just copy down. Then you can unpause it. Okay, I'm gonna write my fractions. Oh, how cute are you? Okay. Oh my gosh, my cats are gonna like fight in my lap. I'm gonna do inches and hours. If you hear any hissing, it's my cats. Okay, make sure your inches are both on top and my hours are on bottom. And then you do cross products. Doot. Or you can do decimals, I don't care, but I'm doing cross products because it's easier. For me, that's how my brain works. So, we got 7 times 56, which is 392. Remember, you can use a calculator. It's totally fine. 9 times 42 equals 378. Those are not equal to each other, so no. Okay. No, not last one. I guess we have another page. Whoopsies. Didn't mean to get your hopes up. Okay. Words and minutes. So I'm going to do words, word up, over minutes. So I'm going to set those up. We got 105 words over 2 minutes and 210 over 4. Because I can type the first one and my friend can type the other one. Let's see if we type at the same speed. Cross products. So I'm going to do 105 times 4 and 2 times 210. Oh, I know that one. Ugh, of course it has to be. Come on, man. Don't you know that this is middle school? Why you got to bring up these numbers? You're welcome. They're 420, and they're both equal to each other. I did not make up that problem. So, yes. Have your giggles out. Number 3, or page 3. Oh, yeah. There wasn't a third page of notes. I just put this in here so that I can show you an example of how to do these on your assignment. So if you don't have this sheet yet, the sub is going to give you this sheet. And all you're going to do is you're going to figure out if these are proportional. I'll do the first one for you. You just do this. So 2 times 20. And this is how I want you to show your work as well. Is you just need to show me what you're multiplying. You can use a calculator. I don't need you to show me a long multiplication. So 2 times 20 is 40. And 8 times 5 is 40. Those are equal, so it's a yes. So you look for number 1, and it was a yes, so you circle that one. Okay? If it's a no, you circle the other letter. So if you take a look at the top, there's a yes and there's a no. For number 1, it was a yes, so I circle this. Number 2, if it's a yes, I circle this. If it's a no, I circle that. Okay? Moving on down. When you get to the word problems, remember you're just setting up, right? So if you take a look at this one, like I'm just setting up 50, set up your units first. Silly. Some miles and hours. So that means 55 miles for 1 hour. And 400, oh, good grief. Why did it get like that? Let me erase that, sorry. My bad. My pen changed on me. 450. 450, it's still kind of weird, in 8 hours. Okay, just do cross products. 1 times 450, 55 times 8, see if they're equal, okay? Obviously, 1 times 450 is 450. And then 8 times 55, what is that? 400... I think it's 440 actually. Okay, those are not equal. So this is a no. Number 5, I would put no. Okay, You're going to do the rest of the problems. Make sure you're showing your work. If you get done, turn it in. If you don't get done, put it in your folder. I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.